Hi, everyone, and welcome to the End of Life Journey, The Sands of Time. My name is Lisa Strahs-Lorenc, and I am a bereavement therapist. And nice to see you, Susan. It's been a little while.
Ni- Nice to see you, Lisa. I know we've had a few weeks break here and there, but we'll be back on schedule again soon. And I want to thank everybody for coming today. And today's a little personal, right?
Yes.
Lisa is going through her own personal journey, one that can be very educational and valuable for all types of people. So first, I want to start with, life has a way of establishing patterns, right? That become the framework of our lives. And for some of us, it may be a Friday train ride to visit a dear friend in the city. You sit on the same seat in the same train car every week at 2:15. You walk the same streets to get to their house every Friday. You ring that same doorbell every week. And those kinds of rhythms, they don't just fill our calendars, but they give shape and meaning to our days of our week or our month and our lives, right? But what happens when that rhythm suddenly stops? When the friend whose laughter has filled your Fridays for so many years, I'm getting teared up, and is no longer there to greet you. Routines aren't just habits, they're anchors that provide security and identity, right? So today we're going to explore that profound moment when a long established routine or habit when it dissolves and the void that follows. Okay. And more importantly, we'll discover how to honor what was while creating what can be. Okay. So, Lisa, I'm so sorry for your loss, and and this may be hard for you. I know Miss Positivity over here, though. I think that, and it was your idea to do this video today.
Let me
And this is
remind
a loss
everyone
that you
what we
suffered only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, let me remind everyone what we're talking about here, okay? We're talking about the 99-year-old friend that I've referred to many, many times in these videos, and my mom's best friend. My mom's been gone 26 years. This has been like, she was like a second mother to me. I've mentioned her name many times. And the habit of going in every Friday, as you mentioned, and doing the things we did together. However, 99 is a wonderful, wonderful lifetime. And at the end, she really was done. She was really done. And I wish that for her because she was living a life that she really didn't like. And so you wish that, and she's gone, but what you're left with is that feeling of what now, those routines that you mentioned. What a great way of describing that, your identity of being that person that was the very, very dear friend. All the things we were doing together and getting on that train, just like you said, all those things. So it is 2 weeks Wednesday. And here's the thing for me, going back, I am in Florida now, and going back to New York will be profound for me because when Friday comes, it is going to be very strange for me not to get on that train. And actually
Sure.
at noon, I always called her. And when noon comes, I look at the clock and there is another very strange, empty feeling. So, yes, that's exactly as you described.
Lisa, your Friday wasn't just about something that you did.
Yeah,
It became a part of your
that's
story
right.
after so many years together.
That's right.
So the inside jokes, a cup of tea that you had together,
Mhm.
the conversation where you could pick up where you left off, the week before, all of this.
Yes.
But it really made you who you are today, too, that story,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even the
right?
flower lady. I went to the same flower lady and always asked for tulips because that was her favorite flower. And when tulips weren't around, carnations were the next one. So even that, all those things make up those routines. Um, yeah,
And it's a double whammy, your grief. It is really a double whammy, and that's what makes it uniquely difficult. We all suffer loss, yeah, sure, but we're all not we all don't have the relationships of the routine and that habit of every Friday at the same time.
Yes,
So it's like losing your loved one, but then it's also about losing a piece of your
true.
identity
That's
as
true.
well after decades of Friday visits. And
Yes,
this is deeply embedded in you now,
it's
right?
true.
So how you plan your time, how you see yourself now,
Yeah,
the things that you do, all of these things are going to shape you moving forward. But you're grieving that at the same time that
that's
you're
true.
grieving the loss of the
Yes.
person,
Well said.
right?
Well said. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And she was like a second mother to me too. And I was like a daughter to her. So
Right.
even more profound than just a friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
It
missed
was
her.
a,
I missed her funeral. It was very cold and they were trying to put the phone up and on. It was very hard. So they really didn't, they couldn't, include me in the entire funeral. However, they did tell me something really sweet, and that was that the photo blanket that I made for her was put over the coffin and buried with her. And that's a really sweet symbol, you know. Yeah,
yeah. And for some time, you will feel that void. Just from some of the research that I've done about this topic, you will feel the void and the loss every single week because
yes.
every single Friday will be a reminder,
Yes,
of the time spent. So
yes,
know that now and understand that, and that
yes,
that maybe will make it a little easier for you.
yes, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's true. So I have thought about my
Uh,
Fridays because I think that Friday needs to be treated as a special day because it's been a special day. And I do think that I'd like to find what would be meaningful on a Friday. And I've thought of a few
right.
things that are meaningful to me and that might be something that I would entertain. I've thought about a
Well,
few.
I'm glad that you thought about this
Yes,
already because it's
yes,
really, really important to because you'll be able to find comfort,
yes,
right, in
yes,
creating rituals that honor honor what's been lost, honor her, and honor uh, your routines and habits that you
yes.
haven't been able to do. Maybe, and it could be as simple, and I can't wait to hear yours, but visiting a park, for example, every Friday. You have a beautiful park nearby where you live, by the way, that I drove by there this morning, and the water's frozen, believe
Wow.
it or not.
Wow.
That's what you have to look forward to coming home. But maybe it's visiting that park and sitting on that park bench every Friday as a way to honor her, or something to do with her favorite hobbies or charities that she was involved in, right?
Yeah.
There are many different ways to acknowledge the connection, and that's what matters.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
what are a couple of the
So
things
she
that you
was
thought
involved with
about?
the Alzheimer's Foundation. She actually did volunteer work for them. But I thought of the senior centers. There's one just down the street from me, whether it's a Sunrise or Bristol, I forgot which one it is. But I thought about that. I thought about going in and asking them what kind of volunteer work they might have or what might be a contribution to them. I have also thought about dementia since she did have dementia. And there's a dementia association, society or something, and maybe doing some work with them. But I would like it to be a routine, as you said. I'd like to be something that every Friday I say, this is the day that I'm setting aside, that it's not just another day to do anything. It's something significant in her memory, in her honor. And I think that's important. It's important for me to carry on that time that I already set aside for her. So this is setting aside for her in her
Good.
memory. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And nothing and no one can replace the decades that you
Nope,
had with her.
nope.
Let's be clear on that.
Yes,
So again, your grief process may last a long, long time, right? We know that we've established there's no timeline.
yeah.
Everybody's grief is a little bit different. But instead, think of um, the gentle transitions that you've made with her along the way. So what do I mean by that? Maybe the values and the things that you've learned. and that you've shared with her. But think of the values that you've gotten from that relationship as well. Like, what, when you think of the top things that came out of your relationship with this person, was it the deep conversations you had with her all the time? Or was it going out and doing things that excited you more? Maybe make a list of some of these things, and that can help you determine where you want to volunteer or how you want to give back as well.
Right. One of the most significant things was because she was my mom's best friend. We kept my mom alive too, with all the photo albums that we saw and the videos that I would play for her. And because her husband was my father's best friend, it was a very close kind of knit relationship. Also, there were a bunch of friends that were all together. And we talked about all the friends. So, you have all those memories still coming up, together. And then, of course, we went out a lot. Our special lunches together. And we are going to, I kept in touch, by the way, the owner of one of them. And we're going to go and celebrate the family and do like a luncheon,
Nice.
which is really, really nice. And these were things I really wanted to do, sort of ending things. I sent tulips because that was her favorite flower. I sent them to the woman at this restaurant who'd been incredible to us. Ashley in December brought food because she couldn't get to the restaurant and brought the meal to the apartment. So I sent her
Hmm.
tulips in her memory. So, there are things that are closing things, ending things that I wanted to do. A few phone calls that I wanted to make, her hairdressers, things like that. Um, yeah, just special remembrances.
Little
Yeah.
personal things.
Yes.
you
Yes.
know and these are all great things to do. Getting back to the volunteering, not everybody wants to
I know
volunteer,
that.
right, and be a part of that world, and that's okay too, because there are other things you could do. And I'm thinking of taking Friday mornings, taking time to write, maybe starting journaling if you've never done it before,
Mhm.
right, and talk about a lot of the things that you used to do. That can be very healing in itself. um, and maybe connect with other older people, like you were saying, just to have that conversation and to learn about other people's lives. um, and that you could probably do in the assisted living, so like you
Mhm.
had mentioned.
Mhm. Yeah.
you know it's not, the point is not trying to find something to replace
Correct. Correct.
replace her with, but something that that she might be very proud of you doing,
Sure.
and as she watches over you, your angel now. So
Yes. 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 And the family has talked to me about what I would like, from her apartment. And I've asked for the things that I made for her. I made her a pillow, which she loved because she used to be a model. And there's some really cool pictures on that pillow. I asked for the hands that I bought in a museum for the two of them when I took them to Vermont. I asked for the picture that I had done for the 70th wedding anniversary. Those were all really special, special things. I don't need clothing. I don't need bags. I don't need bracelets. I don't need anything like that. But those things. And the last thing I did, and it's such a great idea. When I left, I did not think that I would see her again. And I was right. And I had a bear that was from Amazon, but it was really special because you could do a recording on it. And I recorded the song that we used to sing to each other. And it had a little pocket, and I put a picture of the two of us in the pocket. So when I was gone, she just could press the paw, and the song would come on. Real, I
that's really sweet.
asked for the bear back. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's something really nice, and I'm glad you shared that, because
yeah,
other people can do that,
yes,
very easily.
yeah, yeah,
But allow yourself that empty space.
yes.
Allow yourself to be gentle with yourself and have that empty space in your life without feeling the need to fill it as
That's right.
well.
That's true.
You know,
Because
um,
it is. It is.
just sit, meditate, feel the discomfort, honor your own feelings
Yeah.
and the life that you lived.
Yes. I plan also to go to the cemetery. It's just down the street. And I am going to go to the cemetery.
Down the street from in New York
From
City?
where? From my home? No, from my home. They had to
From
come
your
out
home?
to, yeah, yeah. So she lived in New York City, but the plot that they had was here on Long Island. So it's right down the street. And that's where her husband is too. So it's
Is it
really
Pine
interesting.
Lawn by chance?
So it's not. No, it's a Jewish
Oh,
cemetery.
okay. Okay.
It's Mount
Oh,
Arab.
okay, okay.
Yeah. And so
Very nice. Oh, that's perfect.
it is.
I'm
It
happy for
is.
that.
Yeah, I was even planning. I'm gonna bring a tulip. I want to bring a tulip there. And yeah, yeah, cigarettes. So,
That's very nice.
yeah.
You know, but and think about that when thinking of adding new different things into your life for that particular day.
Yeah.
Think about what that routine of that really gave you. How did it fill you?
Mm-hmm.
Was it just a connection to have with somebody? Was it, again, the intellectual stimulation and conversation, a sense of you being needed? I'm sure it's partially all of these, right? But to understand, and that will help you discover other meaningful ways that you can live and maybe be there for somebody else in those same capacities,
Yes,
right?
yes. I think what people need to know is that even though something is expected, yeah, she was 99. She led an amazing, long life, very healthy. Her last years were more challenging, but and then you say, well, that's it. It's a long life and it's expected, but I think that people don't understand what you've talked about, the routines, the identity, what you got from that, how you see yourself and all. As I said, I was like a daughter to her, and she was like a mother to me. So the relationship and who you are and who you were because of her and all, that's something that we don't all, yes, we know it in our minds, but not in our hearts, not when it finally happens and you'll never see her again
Hmm.
after all those years. She's my oldest person. The last person I knew
Yeah.
that was 94 was my grandmother. And my grandmother and I did not have a good relationship for many reasons. And she was a very difficult person. So this was such a warm, loving relationship, the kind that you really cherish. So, you're thankful for all those years.
Exactly.
She's
Exactly. And
actually
know
known
that
me. She's actually known me
go
since
ahead.
I was in high school.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of years. Yeah.
Know that some Fridays will be easier than others,
Yeah.
and when they're not so easy, that will be okay.
Yeah.
Expect that, right? So
Yes.
I just thought of something else that you could do, being the legacy specialist that I
Yes.
am,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because I'm always thinking of different projects and things that you can share with future generations, right? So we should almost like I do a project that's a legacy interview. So we meet on a Zoom like this. Um, your face would be the only face, though, not mine. And I could guide you as far as talking about Irma's life and share the memories that you have. Maybe in advance, write down some bullets, right? And share some of the things that you like to talk about and laugh about and cry about, and some of the things that you've done through your lifetime, through your eyes with her. This is not only a gift for you, but you can give a couple of flash drives to her children
Hmm.
that may not have even known this side of their mother
Right.
from a totally different
Right.
lens,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I think that would be a beautiful gift, and I'm willing to do that with you if you want to in the future.
Yeah, that sounds
Um,
nice. The funny thing is that they thought she liked classical music. And
yeah,
meantime, you want to hear who she really loved? Bruce Springsteen. She would say to me, "That's my Brucey." And we'd play a YouTube, all right, like Dancing in the Dark. She'd be singing along. And I don't think they even realized that she liked him.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
These kinds of stories that can even build more connection for her children towards her now, even
Yeah.
after she's gone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Wow,
Yeah, she was
that's
such a
wonderful.
significant part of my life.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And as I said, you know that nobody lives forever. We used to talk about that all the time. Nobody lives forever. But, you know,
Right.
then when it happens, you have to,
Well, I'm sorry you didn't
mm,
get to participate in her service.
yeah, me too.
You know,
Because I had things I wanted
you
to say, you know. Yeah.
yeah,
The family and all. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that would have been nice. But for some reason, it was supposed to happen that way.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you know, we don't know the answers to everything, and
Yeah. As I
we'll
said,
we just have to.
I will go to the cemetery myself and I will say some things
Hmm.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'll play Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also play that every Friday if you want and dance around your own house. Just for
True.
Irma. Just
True.
for her.
That's cool.
Okay. So that's taking 3 or 4 minutes out of your Fridays to
Yeah.
make that a routine
That's sweet. That's
and a
nice.
new and a new habit.
Yeah, I
Right?
love that. I love that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So
Was
lucky.
there anything else you wanted to add today? I don't want to
No, I'm
pressure you
just, you
if
know what? I'm so
time permits.
grateful. I'm so grateful to have had her in my life. And grateful, by the
Yeah.
way, that the family embraced the relationship I had with her. And they did.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
that's really, really nice that they knew how important I was to her and that she was to me. Yeah. And I'm going to keep in touch with them. And the caregiver, by the way, the main one, wants me to stay in touch with her. She was there
Well, actually,
11.
if you look back on our videos,
Yep.
we
We
did an
interviewed
interview
her.
with her.
We interviewed her.
I don't remember the title of that video, but she talked all about caregiving and uh,
She was there.
being with her.
She was there 11 years, which is sizable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you have a
Wow.
caregiver that is that devoted, you are very lucky. Very lucky.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So, and we're talking here today about many different types of losses. So, but the losses with that bring habit and routine. So
Yes.
it could be visiting somebody in a local nursing home
Yep.
or a local assisted living for the last 10 years,
Sure.
you know, every Saturday.
Sure.
Whatever the routine was, it's how how you get beyond that now.
That's right.
Like the door just shut.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, what do I do? And the door just shuts with any kind of loss,
Sure.
right? With any kind
Yes.
of grief, the door just shuts.
That's right.
But there is that grieving about routines
Yes.
and habits.
Yes.
And that's what we want to let you know today, that it's a double whammy and you have to take care of yourself even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what we want to say now is that the train still runs on Fridays,
Yes, it does.
right? And the city streets are still there,
Yeah.
but your journey's changed.
That's right.
And that change does deserve to be honored, no matter who you are or what you're doing or what your habit was this
Yeah.
whole time. The decades of Fridays were never really just about routine, though. They were about connection
That's right.
and love.
That's
It
right.
wasn't just a routine and a habit with you every Friday, right? It was the beautiful consistency of human relationships
That's right.
that we're not all blessed and lucky to have had,
Yeah.
Lisa, and you were,
Yes.
right? Think of
Yes.
it that way.
Yes.
So as you stand at this threshold, between what was
Hmm.
and what now can still be, remember that your capacity and that meaningful connection between the two of you hasn't diminished. You know, the routine may have changed, but your ability to create endures, you know? And perhaps the greatest honor that you have can be to give that relationship that shaped your rhythm and eventually find new ways to express the values that she brought into your life.
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, your past routines and habits have a past worth honoring, which you already know because you do that with so many other people in your life, you know, your husband who you've lost, and you do take all of that to heart and do these things. And but it helps, it's worth exploring in the future, different things and ways that you can honor her life.
Yeah.
And both can exist together in
Yes.
this new chapter in your journey,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a delicate balance between remembrance and renewal,
Yeah.
right? When you say remembrance and renewal, that you'll be able to discover life's most meaningful um, things and things that you've learned and values along the way.
Yeah.
And that evolves with all of us, you know, as our seasons change. And that's what Lisa and I try and talk about, you know, through our videos, that
Yeah.
seasons changed and this is your next new chapter, right? And you'll find something to fill that and maybe be of help to others in some way, just like she's been to you in your life,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Well said, Susan.
And this
Thank
makes us
you.
human beings
Yes, it
in
does.
this big, great place we call our world, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Meaning. It gives it meaning.
Meaning.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for sharing
No, thank you.
such a personal story. And as you sit here, you still have the biggest smile on your face, okay?
It
Because that's who you are. And
is.
you can thank Irma. She was a part of that.
Yeah.
She was a part of that. She filled a piece in you that made you who you are today in all the things that you do.
It's true.
So
It's true.
may peace be with you. And
Yeah.
I know that you'll find a way to embrace what you had together in
Thank
the
you,
days ahead.
Susan. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
And thank you all for joining in. Like and share our video with somebody who may
Please.
need it the most. Look at some of our other videos on our YouTube channel. They're really educational
And
and
personal.
valuable.
And personal. We bring
That's
everything
right.
from our own experiences, and that's what makes us unique. Yes, we do the research and yes, we see, what's going on, but we each bring from our own knowledge, our own paths. And we do that
Right.
personally. Not everybody does that in their videos. We have 160
But
videos.
the funny thing, Lisa, though, is it's not just about the things that we've gone through, because
Right.
as human beings put here on this earth, we all have the same
That's
experiences.
right. That's right. That
They
bonds
may
us
be a
together.
little different,
Yes,
but we all do the same things as a human being in a body.
that's right.
Okay. We
Right.
all eat, we all drink, we all have fun with our friends, we all shop, we all do the same things. We all grieve,
That's right.
right?
That's right. And that's part of
And the
life.
circle continues. That's
That's
right.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing today, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for stopping in, everybody. And
Thank you,
we'll see
Susan.
you next week.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.